Hey guys, it's Kathleen, and today's video is just going to be a super quick, short little book haul of books that I've gotten recently. A few of them were given to me, and then a couple that I bought, so I just wanted to show you guys them. As well, I've decided to do this video as more of a bonus video, I guess you could say. Not that my videos are really bonuses, but you know, we're just gonna say that because this is so short, so I really wanted to do it out of my usual Tuesday and Friday frame. But if you are interested in seeing a few of the books that I've gotten recently for whatever reason, then here we go. So the first book I recently picked up is one of the most hyped up in booktube right now, and that is Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. I don't do words. I know this is a book about a girl who's involved with fandom, and she actually has a really bad life in her real life, and I think she meets the guy who's like on the TV show she likes, or the comic, or something. I don't know the whole plot, I haven't read it yet, but I have heard really amazing things about it. It was in the June Owl Crate box, I believe, so I think that's where a lot of its hype came from, but it's just been getting great reviews. I've heard so many good things about it, so I am really excited to read this. And then when I was traveling recently, I decided I would pick up another copy of Anne of Green Gables because I just have problems. So I got this really, really pretty green edition. I saw it in the hardcover and it was $25 and I was like, nope, not buying that. And then my dad was like, wait, there's a softcover, and it was $10. So I was like, wow, this is just fate. I have to get it. If you don't know, Anne of Green Gables is my favorite book and I actually collect copies of it. I have 17 copies now, or 18, including this one. I have 17 or 18, and it actually started out as a bit of an unintentional collection. My mom just kept giving me random copies, and then it just kind of went from there, and now I have a bunch of books. So I just decided I would make an intentional collection, so I collect them as I go, and I really love this cover. I think it's super, super beautiful. Little close up there. I really, really like it. I think it's so pretty. Mint green is such a pretty color. I think it really suits it, so I am happy that I have this one in my collection now. And then the other books I've gotten recently are actually a giant collection of Shakespeare plays that my mom gave me, so I decided I would show you guys them. So first we have Macbeth. Super, super cool looking. I don't know exactly what the covers are supposed to be, like if these are the actors from the movies or just random actors who were in them at some point, but you know, they're cool. Anyway, so I got Macbeth, so that should be neat. I've never read this, so at some point I probably will. Then I got As You Like It, which I believe is one of Shakespeare's comedies. Again, haven't read it. It looks neat though, so hopefully I will at some point. Taming of the Shrew, which I used to think was such a hilarious, funny play when I first read a scene from it in grade 8, but I've been alerted to the fact that it's actually very misogynistic, so I'm actually probably going to read this at some point and see what I think of it now. That should be really interesting. So we're going to see if I still think this is funny. Back in the day, this was considered hilarious, so we'll see how it winds up with today. Then I got the Merry Wives of Windsor, which I have seen actually in a Shakespeare in the Park production, and I really, really liked it. So I'm excited to read this just to see if I enjoy the script, see if it's a bit different. So this should be a good one. Then I got A Midsummer's Night Dream, which is of course one of Shakespeare's comedies and is super, super funny. I haven't actually read this the whole way through, but I've seen bits and pieces of it, so I think that should be really interesting to actually finally read. Then I have Romeo and Juliet, which is actually my favorite Shakespeare play of all time. I love Romeo and Juliet. I know that's a super weird opinion, and I know a lot of people aren't a fan, but I just think it's so good. I really like how it has these themes of first love and all that, but it also deals a lot with the idea of how hatred can build up and destroy families and keep first love, something that should be super innocent, and turn into something really terrible. I'm on the Romeo and Juliet defense squad. I will defend this play until the end of the earth, so I really like it, and I'm happy I have a copy now. And then I have The Merchant of Venice, which is a play that I've read parts of, and I've seen the movie. I saw it as a movie years ago in class, but I don't remember really enjoying the plot that much, except towards the end where I think it picks up more. I don't really like the comedic elements of this. I don't think they tie in very well, mainly because this was considered a comedy in its day, but nowadays it would be considered a tragedy, and that's because of the idea that back in that comedy meant that somebody got married at the end, pretty much. It ended with a marriage, it was a comedy. If it ended with a death, it was a tragedy, so this one technically fell as a comedy, which is so weird, especially because of all the anti-Semitic themes in this play and how those are dealt with. So I think it's a really interesting play, and I do actually want to give it a read at some point. And then finally we have The Tempest, which I know nothing about. I think this is a tragedy, but I literally could not tell you what happens in it at all. Never read it. I haven't read that many Shakespeare plays, to be honest. I want to read more, but this one I literally know nothing about, so I can't even give you a plot summary. I'm sorry. So those are all the books that I've recently obtained in one way or another. That sounds like I stole them, but like I didn't steal them, I promise. Let me know if you have a favorite Shakespeare play, what it is, and what your thoughts are on any of these ones, because I kind of want to know which one I should go for first. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias, the links will all be in the description. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and in the meantime, I will see you guys next time. Bye!